Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Talk Wrestling here on NoDQ.com. Talk Wrestling HD. I keep forgetting to call it HD because we are still in high definition. We're just doing longer episodes now because it's what you guys wanted. You've been begging for it, and we're giving it to you. Hopefully I'll go as long as I did with Randy Savage tribute. We'll see, because I had a lot to talk about there. I got some good questions today, so hopefully I can kind of work it out here. This one's from Telephoto USA, who asked the question about Randy in the Hall of Fame on the tribute show. Brock Lesnar's diverticular, whatever the hell he has, whatever, problem caused him to cancel his pay-per-view fight and seems to be an ongoing issue. Do you think Brock will eventually return to wrestling as a result? Kayfabe beatdowns are less stressful than MMA beatdowns usually. Generally speaking, that is the truth, you know, but a friend of mine, who's a friend of a friend, I'll put it that way, after John Cena's I Quit match back at, whatever the hell that, Over the Limit, God, I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view, isn't that awful? At Over the Limit, John had a major concussion, and he was beat up, like legit beat up, and sore, and bruised, and battered. And that was a kayfabe beatdown. But you had two guys beating the crap out of him for 20 minutes. You know, I mean, I think even Kuta Kinte was, like, squinting at that one. I'm just saying, throwing that out there. And I'm going to get letters for that. I'm getting letters for that one. It's going to happen. Anyway, but the world of kayfabe beatdowns in professional wrestling, it is different from MMA and UFC and all that in the sense that it is staged fighting. But these guys are still getting their crap beat out of each other on a nightly basis, sometimes nightly basis. You know, they take days off during the week. You know, yes, UFC is more brutal. Yes, UFC is more demanding. Yes, UFC is a sport, like a legit fighting sport. But if Brock is too weak to the point where he can't even train to fight Dos Santos, then he's not going to be ready for a WWE comeback because, you know, he left the WWE for a reason, because the road schedule was too demanding on him and he wanted to do something else. He's not going to take himself out of fighting once every few months and training for that to go back on the road 200 days a year and get the crap beat out of him. He's just not going to do that. He can't do that. If he's that sick, he needs to stay home with his wife and get better. Seriously. His wife's hot enough where I don't mind staying home and have her taking care of me. Plus, he's got the kids now. He can be home with the kids. You know, if this leads to the point where Brock will not return to MMA, then I think Brock should just sit back and count his cash. He's made serious bank between his careers. I say sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, dude. Don't be like these, you know, Ric Flairs and, you know, all these guys that, you know, are wrestling at 60 years old and beating themselves up and going out there every night and performing. Enjoy what you have, you know? If there's one thing I don't regret about not getting myself further in the business than I did, is that I can sit back and go, you know what? I was successful for what I did. I was happy with the performances I laid out, and I'm happy being away from it. Because it's just, being in the business like I was in the business with Epic and IWL and, you know, Wild and all that, my hair's gone. My hair's gone, man. Seriously. Too fucking stressful. Plus a 3-year-old doesn't help either. But, you know, I lost the majority of my hair when I was in the business. I did. It was too stressed. I was constantly drinking these damn things, which are no good for you, by the way. I will not shill for Rockstar Energy Carb, 0 carb in the blue can. I will not shill for that. You can buy it at your liquor store. Because those things kill you too. But, you know, going on hours sleep and stuff like that, there's no way, if Brock is sick enough where he's pulling out of a fight, that he's going to be well enough to go on the road 200 days a year. He's not going back to the WWE. And anybody out there that didn't hear that, I'll say it again. Brock Lesnar is not going back to the WWE. Sorry to be a dick. Okay. This is from Word Life Heal in Hazard, Kentucky. Where is Hazard, Kentucky, Aaron? Can you Google map that for me as we go through the show here? Tell me where that is. Because I've never even heard of this damn city. And it doesn't surprise me that Kentucky has a city named Hazard. Because it's just so crazy. Anyway.
It's in the App Mountains. Appalachians.
Is it seriously in the Appalachians?
Looks like it's got like 5,000 people, maybe.
Damn. A small town in the Appalachians is watching talk wrestling. Well, I've heard of fans from all over the world, so there you go. Oh, now he's going to Wikipedia for me. He's going to give me some information. He's going to give me some stats. Alright, anyway, a word life from Hazard. If Chris Jericho does return to the WWE, do you think they should put him on Raw or SmackDown? Also, do you think he'll start a feud with Orton, the man who kicked him out of the business? Botchamania for life. Indeed, Botchamania for life. You know, that is actually not a bad scenario you lay out there from Hazard, Kentucky. With Orton being the strong babyface on SmackDown that he is as the world champion, it's very hard to argue with the fact that if Jericho does come back, he can be put immediately into a program on SmackDown with the World Heavyweight Champion. Jericho should not be any lower on the card than the main event. Jericho, I have come, and I've watched his DVD, I've come over the last, I want to say 3 years. When did he turn heel on Michaels? 2008? Yeah, over the last 3 years, I've come to respect Chris Jericho more than I ever have. Jericho is, as they said in the DVD, he is the complete package. He's the ultimate sports entertainer. He can do anything. He's won every title that there is to win, with the exception of the United States Championship. And you know what? He was IC champion 9 times, so that washes out, seriously. Jericho can be put immediately into a storyline because that's how good Chris is. He can be away doing Dancing with the Stars for 6 months or however long he's been gone. Suck at that the last week and make me stop watching the show. And, by the way, you called that one. Remember that? The last series, I just got to do this really quick. The last series of tapings we taped it the night after Jericho's horrible performance, and I was taping an episode of the show, and Aaron's like, oh, wait, we got to cut. You mentioned Jericho on the show, and he might be out. And Aaron called it, dude. They voted him off. So, Aaron is the Nostradamus of Dancing with the Stars. Yay, Aaron. Anyway, Jericho can be put back into storylines like that and pick up right where he left off. He proved it after being away for 2 years. He was right back in the main event with Orton, ironically, back then. You know, and Orton's the one that punted him out of the business. So the program is sitting right there, ready-made, when Jericho comes back. So I say bring him back and give him a shot at the championship. Whether he wins or not is relevant. The fact that he'll be in the main event. Alright, this is from Long Island, the home of Zack Ryder. Long Island Iced Z. Woo, woo, woo. Watch it on YouTube. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I've watched one episode still. I haven't watched them all yet. Sorry. It's a harder show than mine. I should watch it, right? Ryan Rogers, 100. Hey, Jeff, do you think that Chavo Guerrero should leave WWE and go to TNA or somewhere else? Because WWE does not give him a lot of matches, and when they do put him in a match, he gets beat down, which ain't right because Chavo is great in the ring. Well, as we all know, Chavo is Spanish for Java. No, I'm kidding. That's totally JJ's joke. I stole it, and I give him full copyright. He can sue me for royalties on that. I don't know what to make of Chavo Guerrero. I really don't, because, you know, Chavo is one of the great wrestlers that WWE has that is totally underutilized, and he's still got a lot left to give. He showed that over the limit in that match with Sin Cara, although they botched that finish. That was hideous. They didn't even show the finish in the highlight reel of the match, okay? Seriously, it was that bad. The rest of the match, though, was very good. They complemented each other very well. It was very well done. But going to TNA, the only reason I could see him going to TNA is if they did a program with Hector, or a program with Mexican America, is that what they call them? Yeah. Mexican America. But it's like, do we really want Chavo to be part of the LAX 2011? It's like, no, we want Chavo to be Chavo, you know? And, you know, Chavo's from El Paso. He's not from Mexico, he's from El Paso, so he'd probably get beat down by those guys. So, I don't know. Should he go to TNA? Absolutely not. If he wasn't happy in WWE, he's at a point in his career where he can walk away. So he likes it, so whatever. Let's see, this one's from Beat Drop Soup in Michigan. Hey Jeff, first off, just want to say I love the show, and second, I want to know if you can give me a reason that makes any sense why they bury former world champions like Sheamus and making Jack Swagger nothing more than Michael Cole's bitch. Well, Swagger walked off on Michael Cole's stupid ass before the limit, and we all saw what happened to Cole that night. He was eating barbecue sauce and toes. 13 years I am vindicated that Cole got humiliated. It was beautiful. I don't know if I cried more when I listened to the Randy Savage interview or when Michael Cole, I sheer tears of joy when Michael Cole got humiliated. So Swagger's going to be back on track, no but wrong. Sheamus, they've got him back on track. You know, they've got him, you know, winning championships again and destroying people on Smackdown and things like that. I don't know why they buried him. Probably just to give him a storyline to, you know, make him, you know, get hungry again and get aggressive again. So, you know, Ginger Pride, go Sheamus. We'll see what happens with him. All right, that's it for this episode. I'm glad I went long enough for you guys. I hope I continue to do so. And watch Zack Ryder on YouTube. That guy is funny. He's my idol. You know it.